Alright, sorry. I'm gonna go now.
Good deal, man.
I just need to eat food. I don't want to die.
I don't want you to die. All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Dank Shrine. As you can see, we have our excellent fucking Halloween costumes. Clearly, I am the Big Lebowski. I am the dude.
And welcome, y'all.
Zilly, what the fuck are you supposed to be?
Man, how can't you tell that I am an old-time StarCraft fan right here?
Holy shit. I didn't realize StarCraft fans were that fucking old, man.
Do you have like a play that you had to do or something?
No, I'm actually a 49ers fan, and sometimes I get real liquored up and go to the games like this.
Oh, okay.
Fuck, I like your pro gamer costume. It looks pretty accurate, actually.
Mine?
Yeah, your pro gamer costume.
Oh, yeah, just a t-shirt.
That's all it needs to be.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate you being on the show with us today. We wanted to give a quick shout out to everyone who follows us on Twitter and everything. Guys, we appreciate that. Make sure you sub and follow. Also, shout out to our sponsor, MMO Coach. And yeah, man. So just to jump right into things, how are things going on Reddit right now?
Good. You know, just everyone's chilling, having a good time. It's pretty dank.
You've been on the team before, right?
Yep, a couple times, you could say.
Back and forth.
Yeah, it's a love-hate relationship.
And like StarCraft, huh?
Oh,
For the most part.
that's a mostly hate relationship, especially for myself. But
StarCraft never abuses me, though.
I mean, we've always said you got to be a little fucked up to like this game. You'll have to like, being abused, like physically and emotionally and mentally. Like you have to like it. But yeah.
Speaking of the game, so I wanted to ask you, you're a student right now, and I think just for everybody to get to know you a little bit more personally, what school do you go to, and kind of how do you balance being such a high-level professional gamer with going to school and having that whole struggle? Because I know it's something a lot of folks do. So talk about how you kind of balance that and make it work.
Sure. I go to Minnesota State University Moorhead, and the way you balance it is you don't take 20 credits a semester. I don't know. I take like 9 credits a semester, so it's like I have a little bit of leeway, but like it's still, you're always busy regardless. Like there's always something going on.
Yeah.
So
what are you gonna major in? Like, what's your main focus of study?
business marketing.
Oh, interesting. That's a good. That's really good. I like it.
Yeah, solid. Don't go into biology.
Why? Why?
Recommendation, because it's hard to find work.
Sure. Okay. You just gotta be good at it, man. You gotta treat it like you would.
I got lucky in it, but a lot of folks don't. I mean,
You gotta treat it like StarCraft.
Gotta make it.
right.
You gotta make it your bitch.
Yes.
So Puck, how do you deal with your identity being tied to kind of like the Stalker disruptor play? Is it something that you just kind of embrace?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh shit, where is the sound coming from? Okay, I'm good. Sorry.
Right.
So Stalker, disruptor. I mean, like, it can work in PvT. It's not really a thing anymore in PvZ, and it's always been the meta in PvP. Like, people thought it would leave the meta, but no.
Yep.
Kept fighting.
As we saw last weekend.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
How do you feel like your identity being kind of tied to that? I know that you do a lot of interesting play and other expansions, but you ever feel like people think of you as that guy and you shouldn't be thought of as that guy?
I just like to be innovative, right? Like, I like to be known for something, and it's kind of cool to have like created some kind of form of meta that other pro players use from time to time as well. So I remember doing it like, there maybe me and Neeb were like the only ones doing it, like way back in the beta. We were like literally the only two, and yeah.
I mean, it works out so well.
Well,
it can work out well. It's like really hard. Like, it's very infuriating. It's like you either just look so amazingly good or you look really bad. There's no in between when it comes to disruptors usually. So it's like, it's kind of frustrating in that sense. Like when I'm trying to display like high level play, and then it's just like everything falls, and I didn't feel like I performed that well. And it's just like, well, I look like a master's scrub, and then yeah. Then when you make it work, it's just like, Jesus, what just happened?
I feel like the disruptor is such an unforgiving unit. Like you just need to make it work, or you don't. Like it's that simple.
Well, I think it's kind of cool, like you're saying, that you've made it be your identity, because I know that a lot of folks thought of you as the Colossus drop. That was kind of your identity when you made it.
Oh, I got a PVT build when it comes to Colossus drop, man.
The
I'm looking
Colossus
forward to
drop
that.
build. I like it.
For sure.
So just going on with like recent news and stuff, and just kind of want to hit on this topics. Like, I don't know, what's your kind of opinion with the whole pro league ending and stuff? Like, what do you think about it?
I don't really think about it too much, honestly. Like the first like week that it happened is just like, you really don't want to read the news because people are going to be negative, people are going to be stupid.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of uneducated opinions on it, and it's just not good for the scene, for the people to be reading up on that and not thinking any positive light out of it. So
yeah, that's a good point. But we're kind of past that now. I mean, we're a couple weeks past the news dropping.
Sure.
So we feel like the kind of take-home message on this is, the state of Korea, the way that the game is in general, and the outside of the foreign scene.
Well, obviously Korea is going to be burdened heavily. I mean, I talked to a few Korean pro gamers, and they're like, they still want to play. Like, there's still some very motivated players, but obviously a lot of pro players have a reason to retire as well. So, like, obviously it's going to dwindle. Like, I played on the Korean ladder, and it's not much better than the NA ladder, and NA ladder is pretty bad. So, it's just going to be like treated like another. It'll feel like just like another American or European server. Like, the level of play or the level difference between foreigners and Koreans has continuously diminished. I can't exactly explain why, other than maybe Koreans are less motivated. The Korean ladders also become weaker, and then
yeah, that's something we've talked to some of our other guests about too, and it seems like it's kind of a combination of factors. It's like foreigners are getting better.
Yeah,
can't deny that, but then it seems like Koreans maybe aren't as motivated too. So it's
for sure foreigners are a lot better than they used to be. It's kind of surprising. Like, when I was playing the beta, like, I was on top of the world. Like, I was probably top 10 players in Legacy of the Void beta, and then a couple months go down the line, and everyone's starting to peak as well. And all of a sudden, there's just so much competition. Yeah. The Korean scene right now is definitely dwindled because of like the Kespa thing, and I'm not really sure what's going on next year. Blizzard hasn't really announced anything, so we really
get some news on it.
We really won't know what the state of Korea will be like until Blizzard makes a statement at BlizzCon. So as far as like affecting the foreign scene, obviously a lot of people are going to be disappointed, and there's going to be a lot of people leaving. But a lot of people that watch Kespa didn't necessarily also watch all the other foreigner tournaments. Like, there's obviously a lot of them, but it's like the people that are leaving were mostly strictly Kespa goers anyways. So, like, people that watch the foreign scene will probably keep watching the foreign scene, I feel, personally. I really don't know.
Yeah, I always wonder. I mean, I feel like I live on the West Coast, and it's hard. It's so hard to watch, Korean. You got to wake up early in the morning or just watch the VODs. But it definitely does affect somebody like myself, because I love to watch those Korean tournaments, GSL, and there's a lot of them, and it sucks that we're not going to have Pro League anymore. So I'm hoping that it takes the place of that.
Yeah, it just feels kind of weird. I don't know. I didn't personally watch too much Kespa just because of it was the timing of it, and then there's so much to do in a day. So
Yep. But yeah, so I mean, you said you don't watch much Kespa. Like, how much like foreign StarCraft do you watch? Like GSL or like SSL and stuff. Like, how much of that do you watch?
You'd be surprised, but you probably watch more than I do by far.
I mean, I mean, you have like a tangible connection to it, whereas like we don't,
Sure, but I just like put it on my second monitor, and I do my other things while it's going. Like, I don't like physically sit there staring at my screen watching StarCraft games all day. Like, that's not what I do. But, like, I definitely always like listen in. Like, I always have it on. I like look over and look for interesting points. Like, if something interesting is going on, I'll tune in for like a few minutes and then tune out again. Like, I don't know. I wanted to do my own thing. Like, I don't want to depend on ads for success.
Mhm.
So that could be considered a negative trait to have. Like, it makes me feel better about myself personally. Like, I feel like I achieve more when I have success. So I don't know.
I mean, that makes sense.
So
Yeah.
the one last kind of question I want to say is there any like tournaments that you played in this year that maybe stood out to you, that you would kind of, as they're reflecting in the end of the year, the end of the kind of season for 2016, the first year of Legacy of the Void, or any maybe moments that you had that kind of stood out and you special, anything like that?
My favorite moments were when I was in GPL Shanghai and I got the round of 4, and then also in Sweden with the round of 8. Simply because the DreamHack in Sweden was the first Legacy of the Void major tournament, and I got to showcase myself play pretty well. Like, I performed pretty well. Unfortunately, I only got the round of 8 there, but like Parting was coming to I had people coming to me for my opinions on things. Like, Parting wanted to know what to do and stuff like that. And they all respected like my level of play there, so like it felt really cool and nice. But as the meta develops, the weaker I become as a player, just because I do not study StarCraft that much. I don't watch it,
Right.
so it's like I'm on my own when shit shifts over. So like my PvZ is really bad because like the meta shifted so much. Whereas in Heart of the Swarm, it was all about Blink Stalker, Sentry, Immortal, and that stayed in style like the whole last half of Heart of the Swarm. So I was pretty good at PvZ back then.
Any particular moment, like a single disruptor shot or anything that you particularly remember? Any of them tourneys?
Not really. I mean, I guess my favorite game was when I was playing against Poe in the qualifier, and we went to 6 games in the best of 5. Because he went up 2 games, and then I came back 2 games. And the 5th game I had him beat, but it ended up becoming a draw. And then the 6th game I DT dropped him.
So dirty.
Yeah.
That was a funny game. That was a funny game to say the least.
That was probably my favorite game of all time. Like, reading the chat after that was just... There's no better feeling when you have such a good performance and then reading the Twitch chat right after, because it's just like flooded with positive comments to you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, there's nothing better. There's really nothing better than that at all.
Yeah.
So did you get a chance? I mean, I know we talked about this just a little bit, me and you, but so what games did you happen to catch for the BlizzCon so far?
Yeah, man. The round of 16.
I mean, I was practicing with Beyond.
Oh, nice.
Before his match versus Showtime, and then I sound like a horrible person, but I also practiced with Patience before his match versus Nabe. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't watch much. Like, that day, I went to lay in my bed and I fell asleep during Showtime versus Beyond.
Yeah.
But like, I will say, like, controlling Templar disruptors and everything else is extremely hard to do.
Right? Like, what the fuck? Like, is he human? Like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, that's always been like Showtime's strongest trait, though, is using multiple control groups. Like, that's always been his.
Yeah,
strong
I feel
point.
like there's 2 Showtimes too. Like, there's that really good Showtime that can like beat like anyone like Beyond and stuff, and then there's other times like when he'll just come in and he'll lose to like a really easy like 2 base timing.
The thing is, like, that trait doesn't necessarily define great micro.
Right.
Like, obviously, it's really scary to play Showtime in a late game scenario because his ability to micro multiple control groups is really high, but that doesn't mean him controlling a group of stalkers, he's going to have better micro than anyone else, right? Like, they're different.
His strength is definitely in that late game, and it was interesting to see that like I thought Beyond was going to kill him quicker, and I kind of thought, especially on game 1 on Frozen, like he ended up going for really fast Colossi.
Yeah.
Well,
But like that's the thing. That's the thing. It's like the longer a meta is developed, the more you know how to hold things. Like the stronger a player that can play late game will become. So like obviously it makes sense that Showtime, even though he was performing great at the beginning of the year, is even showing better performances now.
yeah.
So because he can do that.
Especially his like PVT. I feel like that's his strength. I'm kind of, if he ends up hitting how it ends up working out with the round of 8.
It's like there's many different traits in StarCraft that define a player, right? Need is more defined by his ability to have everything on the same control group and split off control like armies, and like so he'll have 2 control groups with like the exact same units, so he can take like 2 different groups of stalkers and 2 different groups of disruptors and utilize them efficiently because he's used to controlling that style of army. Whereas I would probably benefit better from like head-on engagements because I split up my disruptors and my stalkers, so like I can more easily split things the way that I want in a direct engagement. So like there's so many complications that come into play.
Yeah,
like Nurchio's greatest strength is his head engagements as well as a Zerg player. Like he just gets like a full spread. Like he's very patient when it comes to setting up, and then it'll just surprise you out of nowhere.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I think I don't know. How surprised were you when you saw Showtime beat Beyond 2-0?
Not really. Like I don't know. Like I've always felt like in Legacy of the Void, the skill difference between foreigners and Koreans wasn't that much at all. Mm-hmm. And the only reason why there's been this stigma that Koreans have always been much better even within Legacy of the Void is because we don't really get to play against them.
True.
So, like we've literally been just chilling, not playing Koreans for like a full year, and then that stigma doesn't go away until they actually go face to face. So.
Right. Well, let's get off the Showtime hype train right now, and let's go to the Laser hype train. Like, did you think he would get this far? Like, I don't think anyone gave him like a fucking chance in hell to even win one match, and like he's just kind of making it happen. And like, I'm really happy for him, and I think he is a really good player.
I don't know. I think Zerg's overpowered.
And let's be real, like he did get his ass kicked by TY. It was just kind of him getting ZVZ. So I mean, I think a Laser, obviously he's a really good player, and to get where he got by beating the Zerg he beat is an accomplishment, and he deserves to be where he is. He didn't have to go through the same road that some of those other players did. So that needs to be said, certainly. But a good play by a Laser. I think it's kind of cool that we have as many foreigners in this tournament as we do right now, because it's going to be interesting and a lot of good talking points for people who don't maybe follow StarCraft as much, which is a lot of what you see at BlizzCon.
Yeah. I mean, I want him to do well, like I said. I mean, it's just impressive that he's done what he's done so far, because like I said, no one gave him a chance. I mean, it's nice to see that, he's earning his spot, whereas, people are like, oh, he didn't earn it, he just got in. Well, he's showing good matches at least. He's at least, making progress.
Yeah, he's making the best of it, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, like, Laser's definitely a really good player.
Any thoughts on Nurchio not getting in?
I mean, he had to play ZVZ, so.
I mean, to be honest, I had liked Nurchio's and Snoot's both odds of making it through. So I mean, I was surprised that neither of them have made it to the round of 8.
Yeah, I think it was pretty obvious that TY was going to get through in his group, and in fact in that group it was really cool. I don't know if you watched it, but TY versus Nurchio, another one of these examples where a lot of times you see the Koreans going out and just kind of cheesing or playing fast games against foreigners that they think they're not as good as, and a couple of really good like Korean players playing longer late game styles against foreigners and kind of struggling and even losing. And TY ended up winning that series against Nurchio, and Nurchio played really well. And going against the late game Terran like TY that really has that excellent control with the Ghosts, the Liberators, that Supreme late game Viking army, and did pretty well. I mean, ended up losing, but really good games there by Nurchio against TY. Fun to watch.
Yeah,
I didn't really. I did watch a couple of those. The one on Galactic Process or Galactic Protocol or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Or no,
Galactic Process.
Yeah, I got his macro out of control in that game. But.
Yeah, I saw TY and I thought he was dead, and then I went to play another ladder game. I looked back over, and I think it was
You're like, wait a minute,
like
what?
an even match.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of a crazy game. I don't exactly know what Zerg can do when that many ghosts and the raider come out, though, honestly, because it just looked like, oh, you show any units, you're gonna lose a bunch of them for free. So
Yeah.
it's really
there were some scary moments. I mean, there was a point where Nurtio had banelings coming up on some ghosts, and TY got a hot pickup.
yeah. I saw that moment.
Yeah, like that was on the razor's edge. So Nurtio was really close to taking that series. So it was fun. That was a fun series to watch for sure.
Yeah.
Other ones that stood out that were kind of cool. Did you end up catching stats against Snoot?
I did not.
It was like Ling. It was like Ling Bane Ravager for
that. Yeah, that is.
That sounds right.
That stuff is annoying. I hate Ling Bane Ravager so much.
right. Like every Protoss in the ladder right now is just thanking God that Snoot ended up not winning that game against Stats because he just stayed on Ling Bane Ravager forever, and Stats ended up holding apotheosis.
I mean, I guess when you're that good, you can make it work, but yeah, I hate that composition.
Right? The devil, absolute worst.
I don't want to think about PvZ, man.
We're all in the same boat.
Right.
You know what I just realized is you're another. Well, obviously you're a Protoss, but like we're a very Protoss favored show. Like everyone we have on is Protoss.
Hey man,
I think we've had one Zerg.
Yeah. I don't know what is with all this favoritism.
Protoss players are just the coolest ones to talk to. What can you say?
That's true. We're clearly the most intelligent. Like, I mean, that's why we play Protoss. So I mean, come on, this makes sense.
At least the most socially apt.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, let's move on. Let's do some a little bit of predictions for the round of 8 here. I've got the brackets. We'll flip those over here. So for the first round, we have Showtime and a laser. I think Showtime's going to win that pretty handily.
I don't know. It could be 50-50. Like, the thing is, like, at such a high level, anything can really happen. So I still would predict Showtime, but
have you practiced with Showtime at all? Or like what have you? Okay, what about on ladder? I'm sure you've played him on ladder, right?
A long time ago.
Okay, so not recently. I don't know.
Here's the thing about that matchup is you can't just say, okay, well, Showtime beat Beyond, so obviously Showtime's going to beat a laser because, like we were talking about, Showtime's really good at PvT, but PvE.
I mean,
what you're not taking the perspective is like a laser is like a mid game player, not necessarily a late game player, and Showtime's a late game player. So it's just a matter how strong is Showtime's builds and how does he execute them? Because like if he messes up at all in any of the start of his games, then the laser can probably easily take advantage of that.
Yeah, and I think there's a really good chance of that happening. I think that Showtime will. I don't know. I think that one's really hard to call. All these are really hard to call. Let's be real. Fun, right?
Yeah. All right. So then next we have Dark versus Neeblit, which I'm not a fan of the name change, but
what's your thought on the Neeblit?
It's from like I'm sure he gets it from Toad from Mario Kart Toad.
Yeah.
Still.
Well, that was his original ID too, like way back in the day, wasn't it? Wasn't it Neeblit?
When he was Terran.
Yeah. Oh, it was like Neeb LEE or L33T.
Yeah.
All right.
Something like that.
But you know what? I the way he's been playing, I think I'm gonna give the match to Dark, and no one's gonna like me for saying that, but I think Dark's gonna win.
Okay. I think the will wreck face, but
you think Neeb's gonna get that one easy?
Yeah.
I really like Dark's PV or like ZVP, so I think it's hard to say that. Like I think anyone could take that one. It's like all these are really hard to call.
Yeah.
I just think Dark kind of is favored there because he has like that really good late game comp. But it's interesting because Neeb's been going for a lot of that sky toss, like after his initial pressure. Have you been watching any of that or seen that develop?
Yeah. I don't know. I've seen a little bit of it. It seems a little gimmicky.
Yeah.
Gimmicky. That's a good word for it.
I mean, that's what sky toss is.
Something like that.
Yeah, but
like Mass Oracle style, I feel like would just get wrecked to like a Hydra Queen timing. So, yeah, I don't know. I haven't really practiced it enough to really give that much of an opinion on Mass Oracle.
Sure. So you're gonna take Neeb in that, Zilly? Who are you gonna take? Neeb?
I'll take Dark, man. I really want to see Dark make it through for the Zergs.
All right, so Puck going on his own for the Neeblit.
Man, I'd love
to have no faith in your own countryman.
It's like it's not that I don't want.
You're
It's not, no,
people.
listen. It's not that I don't want him to win. I just don't think he'll win. I want him to.
You don't want him to.
I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong.
I'm gonna hold up that Korean flag again here.
But all right, going to the next one, we have TY Beyond. I think it was really unfortunate to see these two have to play each other.
Yep.
And I think it could be honestly be a coin flip. Like really, like I mean they are like the two best Terrans.
Is it this like the best possible outcome though? Having a TBT in the round of 8, because then you're guaranteed a TV Terran in the round of 4.
Especially before this patch, because TVTs, I know people hate playing it, but it's really, really fun to watch. And you got two of the best Terrans in the world right there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to enjoy it. I think I'm going to give the edge to Beyond. I think Beyond's going to go just with his storyline and everything. I think I'm going to take Beyond to win.
Sure. I'm going to go with Ty.
Ty?
Yeah.
I'm
just because I have reasons.
You have reasons.
This one's hard, and I think Beyond's got that early. I think Beyond will win. I'm kind of hoping TY does, just because I think TY's got that good storyline this year.
Honestly, I could go either way.
Yeah, I mean like I said, that one is a pretty close coin flip. So
these are all really hard to call.
Yeah. Going into the last one, we have Zest versus Stats. I'll take Zest to win that. I think I don't think it's a 50-50, maybe like a 60-40, but I like Zest to win the whole thing there. You agree with that?
I don't know Stats play style enough, so.
I'm just going off of what we should so far.
I will say when Zest played against Nave, like back. Well, he played him again and he beat him.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like Neve's PvP is really good, so I'll go with Zest.
Okay. Zilly?
This is hard for me. Zest, I always thought his PvP wasn't that hot, but he played really well in the round of 16.
Mm-hmm.
Stats, I know he's got that late game supremacy, but again, these are all really hard to call. I'll go with Zest. I want to see Zest, so I'll just take him.
Okay. Well, there we go. We have our predictions for the round of 8. We'll just have to kind of see what happens. We'll move into our last segment here. I know we're running a little short on time. Going on news, we have MC retiring, now becoming a League of Legends coach. That's kind of interesting. What do you guys think?
Yeah, but like, just because like your profession was in a different game doesn't mean you don't understand the intrinsics to like master another game.
No, and I'm actually happy for him. I've always been an MC fan, so I'm glad to see him move on and to keep being in esports, I guess.
For sure.
I wish him the best luck. And then we have the Titan himself retiring finally, the J Donger, hanging it up for good.
Yeah. It's kind of depressing. Like, I'm more sad about J-Dong retiring than I am Kespin being gone.
I want to say 90% of people that watch StarCraft are like
I had a good rivalry for a short while with J-Dong.
Yeah, it's really sad, but he hasn't been around for a long time either. I mean, this is definitely not unexpected.
Yeah.
I mean, we all knew it was coming at some time. I mean, like just like we all know that Huck's going to go to Overwatch. Like, it's just like, just when are you going to officially announce it? Like, it's already going to happen. Like, just stop,
For sure.
But it is sad.
Though. It's really sad because you're talking about one of the, not only like StarCraft 2, but Brood War. One of the they call it that, the tyrant retires, because he was that guy.
Yeah, the Team Liquid article was really good. So if you guys have time, I recommend reading that.
Yep.
But yeah, so other news, we have the VSL Team League that apparently did not go away and is happening. We actually have some like KT players and like some SKT players on those teams, so that's kind of cool. We'll have to kind of watch out for that.
Yep.
Do you have like?
The thing is,
let me find the thing again.
The other thing I wanted to say real quick is MMR is going crazy. People are getting promoted like nuts. So if you haven't laddered in a while, now's a good time. Make sure to check that out. Get your promotion.
Yeah, get your masters while you can.
That's right.
The integration of their new separate race MMR system was very odd.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I love it. It hasn't. They haven't worked out the kinks yet, but hopefully they will. It's awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
Puck, did you want to give any shouts out to any of your sponsors or anything? We got 60 seconds.
Okay, shout out to Gravity Gaming. Shout out to my team Root Gaming and their sponsors. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We appreciate it.
Thank you for coming on. It was really cool and it's fun talking,
Yeah, of course.
All that, Norwegian ancestry, cool StarCraft.
Yeah, man, definitely. We appreciate it. We want to give a shout out to our sponsors, MMO Coach, guys. If you want to become a coach, you can click that link, make a little extra side money. I did my first coaching this weekend for a bronze player. He's already made it to gold. So I made a little money. He got a little bit better. It's just something fun to do. It's good to help out your community.
Whether you want to coach or be coach, check it out. And 3 days till BlizzCon hype, and we'll be logging it. So I'll be there, and you guys can expect some little videos, and it'll be absolutely fun and crazy.
Yeah. Till tomorrow for Toast Talks. We'll see you guys later. Take it easy. All right, we're good.